Dun dun dun. It's time for the Harbaugh Bowl. You ready for this? What's
I
up, Brendan?
am.
How you doing today?
Doing great. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's raining. Sitting indoors.
Mm.
Talking about football games from 15 years ago.
It's raining over here too, so that's at least that's constant. That's
Yeah.
consistent. Yeah, bro. So we are back with our second episode of UFA Flashbacks, where we talk about, as Brendan said, a football game from the past. This one being what, 15 years ago?
Something like that.
Hold on, 2013. It's not quite 15 years ago. 11 years ago. Or no, excuse me. I think I got that right. 11 years ago. Other than that, we had one other discussion that I'm really interested in because I know very little about it, but it's okay because my buddy Brendan here does know plenty about it, and it has to do with a certain, not this sport related person. We're actually might be for the first time ever going to talk about a baseball player on this show, on any of these shows. Brendan, what's going on with fucking Shohei Ohtani, bro?
Well, it's an interesting unfolding. You guys don't know Shohei Ohtani was the MLB's biggest free agent during this offseason. And actually, probably biggest contract of all time in baseball history. Um, there was a. Let's just start from the top. There's a lot here. There in California, sports betting is still illegal. Um, there was an investigation into a Southern California illegal bookmaker. And so the feds raided this guy. And during this raid, they obviously were looking at the financial records to see who was funding him and who was betting with him and all that. Interestingly enough, they had found a wire transfer from Mr. Shohei Ohtani for $4.5 million.
Holy
Um,
shit.
yes. And that is one of the more normal sentences in what I will go over today. This just gets very weird.
Okay. Let me take another sip of beer.
So initially, what happens is this gets out, and immediately Shohei Ohtani, his people, and his interpreter, they throw this interpreter guy under the bus. They're saying the initial story that came out was that Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, because again he's Japanese, he does not speak English, and he plays American sports, so he has an interpreter, which makes sense. And they're saying that this guy was just a degenerate gambler, and Shohei was just being a good friend. They're really good friends apparently, and decided to pay off this guy's $4.5 million gambling debt. Which on the surface is like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That what a good guy to do that for your friend. And then it starts to get really weird. Now I am a ex-degenerate gambler. I gamble responsibly now. Now, allegedly, I do know people, or maybe read in a book or in a video game one time about how you could go to an illegal bookie in Florida before sports gambling was legal. And if you've ever read books like this before, what happens is like you're the bookie will get like a good sense of like what type of gambler you are, and maybe like how much money you make, because a lot of this is on credit, right? So you would hit up the bookie, you'd say, hey, let's say I want to put $5,000 on the Heat game tonight for the Heat to win. And the bookie at that point would know, like, oh, wait, no, dude, you work at McDonald's. You can't afford a $5,000 bet. We're not doing that, right? So this interpreter is not a multimillionaire. So the fact that he would have millions of dollars worth of credit built up with an illegal bookmaker reeks like shit. So then the story evolves. Now the story has evolved to Shohei Otani hiring these lawyers and like crisis PR people, and now they're saying that he was robbed. And if you were robbed, Shohei Otani, why does your interpreter have access into your bank account and can make wire transfers? That's the first thing that comes to mind for me.
It's definitely
Why?
not a
why
job for an interpreter.
no. I would assume someone who's worth north of $200 million is not having their interpreter handle their finances. I highly doubt that. That's speculation, allegedly, from me. Now this gets really weird because the Otani interpreter did an interview last week where he fesses up to all this shit, right? Saying, "Oh, I had a gambling problem and all this shit, yada yada yada," and now everyone's like digging into this interpreter guy. Like, who the fuck is this guy? What the fuck's going on, right? And so this guy apparently had a good resume when Otani and the Dodgers hired him. He was a college graduate. He had previously been an interpreter for Japanese stars for 2 other franchises already. And people have dug into this, and all of it was not true. He had claimed that he went to what was it? What school was it? The UC. I was in California. UC Riverside. So people would contact UC Riverside, and I have a quote here. It says, "Our university records do not show a student by the name of Ippei Mizuhara having attended UC Riverside." So he had lied about his education. Now, here's where it gets even weirder. Here's a statement from the Red Sox this past week. It says, "We are reaching out to all of you because reports in various outlets stating that Ippei Mizuhara worked for the Red Sox as an interpreter, which is incorrect. Mizuhara was never employed by the Boston Red Sox in any capacity and was not an interpreter for Hideki Okajima during the pitcher's time with the team. Please know we have thoroughly checked out our files to ensure we are providing accurate information." And
basically, we ain't got nothing to do with this. Don't blame us. We ain't got shit. That motherfucker don't even belong to us.
Yes. And there's also claims that he worked for the Yankees, and he did not work for the Yankees either. So none of this makes sense because the stories keep changing every other fucking day of how somehow $4.5 million goes from Shohei Otani's bank account to some illegal bookmaker in Southern California. Now we apparently Shohei Otani is going to be speaking to the media, probably through a different interpreter, tomorrow.
I would fucking hope so.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be speaking to the media tomorrow, and like I understand, maybe this was a guy that got taken advantage of. He doesn't speak English. He's just living in America playing baseball. And at one hand, I'm like, okay, cool. But on the other hand, I'm like, you're an adult, bro. No matter how it happened, $4.5 million of your money went to an illegal bookmaker. So I'm really curious to see what Rob Manfred, the commissioner, is going to do about this, how they're going to approach this. It couldn't have happened to a better organization. Fuck the Dodgers. Because if you guys aren't aware, MLB contracts are very much guaranteed. They're very, very, very guaranteed. Historically, there's still teams like paying from guys from 10 years ago and shit.
Bobby Bode.
Yeah, like the Bobby contract that we all know and love. So it's interesting to see how if they're going to give him any preferential treatment, because if they do, they are the biggest frauds ever. Because Pete Rose has the most hits in MLB history and got caught gambling, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. So if they let this guy off, I'll stop watching baseball. I'm a baseball fucking mark, right? I love baseball. I'm done. If they let this guy just walk away. And because they're saying, "Oh, I never bet on baseball." Both Otani said the money wasn't used for betting on baseball, which I did. How would you know that? You said you got robbed. And the interpreter
For
also said that.
real.
So none of it makes any fucking sense, and I hope they ban this guy.
To
I
be
really
honest
hope they
with
do.
you, what came out, what I had known of, see, this is so much more than I knew. What I knew about it was that the interpreter was like embezzling or robbing from him, and my whole question was almost the exact thing you worded. How the fuck does an interpreter have access to your bank account to fucking rob you of anything? Like, who gave you what interpretation that required you giving that kind of personal information to a fucking guy who apparently has a degenerate gambling problem? The fuck? That makes none of it makes sense, bro. I think this is a Pete Rose situation, bro. This sounds so gambly, and to that would actually, yeah, that would be a first time offense ban, because they don't just. It's not like the NFL. They don't just suspend people, and then they can play next year or some shit like they did with Calvin Ridley. They just fucking flat out ban you from the sport. That's it. You're done forever.
And it's the scale of it, because let's go through the recent ones. Like Calvin Ridley, he was betting couple thousands of dollars, not a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things. The most recent one, Keishawn Butte,
Yeah.
he was betting in college with his own money, couple thousands of dollars. We're talking $4.5 million. This is not. I'm gonna log on to DraftKings and place a $10 parlay.
Nah, he was betting real money. He was the high roller. Either that or he was just doing it very often. And then you got to think, yeah, because I can't think of bookies in this day and age being that so fiscally irresponsible that they're going to give a guy $4.5 million gambling debt. That's.
Yeah, because even if the guy had racked up some debt, right? So say you'd racked up. Let's just use me as an example. I make an average American income, right? So, if I had racked up the debt to the point where I was, let's say, $50,000 in gambling debt with an illegal bookie, these bookies are smart people. I come from a family that dabbled in, people know in the Northeast, the sports gambling or the number. I've known about these things for a long time. I, have seen things. I grew up in Boston. Okay, so that bookie would cut me off. There would be no more gambling, and he would tell other bookies. You would kind of get blackballed there. You wouldn't be placing any more bets. So this guy clearly knew that more money was coming. And I'm sorry, an interpreter probably makes decent money. Like he was probably making, probably 150, 200 a year. But to rack up a $4.5 million debt when you're making $200K a year,
that's not. No, that's fishy. That's the kind of credit you give a guy that just made the biggest free agent signing in recent history.
And consider the geographical location of this gentleman too. They're in LA or Orange County, Southern California. If you were really that much of a degenerate, and knowing myself, I've lived there. I've lived both in Los Angeles and in Orange County. You can get to Las Vegas. Bro, it's like driving to Orlando for you.
It is.
It's a 3-hour drive. You can get right over there, and you can place as many sports bets as your heart desires.
You're not wrong. No,
but the problem is, if you did that, your name would be on it.
Yep. Oh, look. It's Cody McNugget. How you doing, boss?
Hello.
We're talking about illegal things. Are you ready to be a felon today? Is this a good time for you to be a felon? All right, cool. No, just mute yourself. That's fine. Anyway,
it's like I'm good.
He says, "Nah, bro, I'm not gonna fucking be a felon right now. You're fucking out of your mind." Plausible deniability. It's a good defense. It's what I've used most of my life. But yeah, so ban his ass. And if they don't ban his ass, Pete Rose needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I am 100% with you on this.
And this just kind of brings up a whole thing of how gambling is so legalized now. Is how are leagues going to deal with this shit? Because it seems like there's a couple a year, but there still is a point in punishing it. But here's why. Here's the problem with it. If I know that even the biggest free agent signing in MLB history might be point shaving, why am I going to bet on those games? Because I know they're fixed.
True. That's true. Yeah, no, that is big implications there. So
these companies,
it's not just how the league is going to handle that. How the fuck is Vegas and shit going to handle that?
Yeah,
that is a big problem to their industry too.
It is, because if people stop gambling on these games, these are some of the largest sponsors for these leagues right now. They're giving them billions of dollars to sponsorships, right? So if they're not making money, they can't give the league sponsorship money anymore.
Nah, dude, that's...
So the only way they can handle this is by banning players who gamble. It's the only, we're going to fucking Pete Rose you. You're gone. You're done, and you're not coming back. You can go play fucking Ugandan baseball or something.
Ugandan baseball. They'll love Shohei Ohtani over there. He'll be a big hit.
Shohei Ohtani is all elite.
Oh fuck! All right. No, you know what? That's not bad for him either, bro. They could get a good gimmick for him. Yeah. All right, so let's get to this Harbaugh Bowl, bro. You ready?
I forgot how awesome this game was, dude. I just wanted to do it because Joe Flacco was such a meme for us this year. I'm like, let's go back to the Joe Flacco Bowl.
And it was such a good
game.
Yes. I love Cody's going to be the
Joe Biden memes. No. The Trump memes were better.
Yeah, no, I think this is before all this, wasn't it? 2013? This
is
before all of those memes. All right, so...
I'm sorry, I can't hear that well.
Dude, you're fine. You're fine. Just connect and reconnect. Hold up a sec. Somebody at the door. I think. Sorry about that, guys. That was important. All right. So getting to this Harbaugh Bowl. I can't wait to edit this part of it out. But where's my doc? Okay, in the news. So this is February 3rd, 2013. So we're in 2013 for this. So the news at the time, we'll get to the news first and then we'll do how we got here. But the news at the time, fuck all that. I'm not going to do all those things. I think the big one was the Christopher Dorner beginning his killing spree. And then Greg Popovich and Eric Spoelstra were 2013 All-Star coaches. They got announced. Judge calls Iverson a drunk, slams care of kids and divorce papers. Former NBA star Allen Iverson might have been a star player, but he's a total loser as a parent, his divorce court judge said. So Allen Iverson in the news for being a shitty dad. God damn it. And then Twitter got hacked. And it affected 250,000 people. It's a really slow news week, to be honest. NFL honors this year: MVP Adrian Peterson, Offensive Player of the Year Adrian Peterson, Defensive Player of the Year J.J. Watt, Offensive Rookie of the Year Robert Griffin III. God damn.
Wow.
Ah. Ouch. Defensive Rookie of the Year Luke Kuechly. Although he had a way better career. It was just short. Comeback Player of the Year Peyton Manning. And Coach of the Year Bruce Arians, who did that as an interim head coach of the Colts. So that was cool. Are the Colts in this? No, they're not. So that's cool of them. The Hall of Fame for 2013: Larry Allen, Chris Carter, Curly Cup, Jonathan Ogden, Bill Parcells. That's fucking cool. Dave Robinson and Warren fucking Sapp. Was Warren Sapp a first ballot?
I think he was.
That's fucking awesome. Warren Sapp was a fucking menace, bro. So give you guys a little rundown on how we got here with these two teams. We'll start with the Ravens first. All right, dogs. Coach John Harbaugh's 2012 Baltimore Ravens were the definition of hard-nosed football with an offense that touted Pro Bowl running back Ray Rice, who would finish the season with 1,143 yards and 9 touchdowns. Opening host for Ray Rice was first-team All-Pro and Pro Bowler Vontae Leach, and boy, you're going to hear that fucking name a lot today. And they had wide receivers Anquan Bolden and Torrey Smith, who combined for 1,176 yards. The Falcons' offense was led by 27-year-old, or the Ravens' offense was led by 27-year-old Joe Flacco, who had finished the year throwing 3,817 yards and 22 touchdowns. They also touted the very dangerous kick return specialist, first-team All-Pro and Pro Bowler Jacoby Jones. However, this 10th-ranked offense was also backed up by the league's 12th-ranked defense, led by 16-year veteran linebacker Ray Lewis, and this would be Ray Lewis's last season. We also had linebackers Terrell Huggs and Darnell Ellerby, all of whom combined for 7 sacks on the year. Pro Bowl defensive end Haloti Nagata, I'm pretty sure I fucked that name all to hell, of whom added 5 sacks on the year to that total. And Pro Bowl safeties Bernard Pollard and Ed fucking Reed. I love Ed Reed. I like this was my favorite Ravens defense. They combined for 5 interceptions of the year, as well as Pollard adding 2 sacks to the Ravens sack count. The Ravens defense was underranked for the amount of talent on their team. However, this was a theme with this team. The underrated Ravens spent all season proving preseason doubters wrong by scorching the league with a 9-2 run, which included wins over the divisional rivals Cincinnati Bengals and the Tom Brady-led New England Patriots, 2 wins over their division rivals Browns, and a 55-point showing against the Oakland Raiders, and a nail-biter win over the Steelers. The Ravens would drop 4 of their last 5, including losses to Pittsburgh and Cincy to end the year. However, the Ravens managed to narrowly win the division and went into the playoffs as a fourth seed at 10-6. I think they're winning their tiebreaker against Cincy because Cincy finished the same. Leading to a wildcard showdown with the Colts, to which the Ravens handily triumphed to their score of 28-13 in Ray Lewis's final home game. Following that game, the Ravens met the Broncos in a divisional game that was a classic in its own right. The Ravens had emerged the victors of a grueling 38-35 double overtime victory in a game forever known as the Mile High Miracle. Waiting for the Ravens at the championship was the Tom Brady-led New England Patriots, a rematch from their season game earlier in the year, and as it went the first time, the Ravens went on to win 28-13 and punched their ticket to New Orleans. On the other side, we have Coach Jim Harbaugh's San Francisco 49ers. they were the risk takers and innovators of the NFL in 2012. Little brother Jim had what was among the highest volume playbooks in the NFL, particularly in the run game, making great use of Frank Gore being the main beneficiary of Jim's playbook. He would produce 1,214 yards, which landed him in the top 10 of running backs that year and would be nominated to the Pro Bowl. The 49ers had a very stacked wide receiver room that was headed by Michael Crabtree, having a great year with 1,105 yards and 9 touchdowns. They also rostered Mario Manningham, Ted Ginn Jr., and the newly acquired 35-year-old Randy Moss. This unit was led by Alex Smith at quarterback, who was having a great year, ranking third in passer rating across the NFL and led the league in completion percentage through the first 10 weeks, throwing for 1,137 yards and 12 touchdowns with 5 interceptions. The 49ers defense was a unit who had played at an elite level all season and finished second in the league. The unit was menacing to quarterbacks all year round, recording 41 sacks in the regular season and another 9 in the postseason. This defense included 6 Pro Bowlers and 4 first-team All-Pro selections and was the most feared in all of the postseason. They were led by Pro Bowl and first-team All-Pro linebacker Patrick Willis. The 49ers linebacker room was among the best in the league, with Pro Bowler and first-team All-Pro Navarro Bowman and Pro Bowler first-team All-Pro Aldon Smith. That is a fucking hell of a linebacker room. They all recorded 19.5 sacks. On the line was Pro Bowl defensive end Justin Smith, and in the backfield was Pro Bowl safety Dante Whitener and Pro Bowl first-team All-Pro safety Deshaun Goldson. The pair recorded 4 interceptions for the year. After a season opener victory in Lambeau Field over the Aaron Rodgers Packers, the Niners would spend the next 9 weeks only losing 3 games. In those 10 weeks, quarterback Alex Smith remained among the upper echelon of the league's quarterbacks, ranking 3rd in passer rating and leading the league in completion percentage. And this is where shit gets weird with this team. However, coming out of their bye week during a Week 10 showdown with the Rams, Alex Smith would throw a touchdown with blurred vision after suffering a concussion. And then he would leave the game in the second quarter, leaving sophomore quarterback Colin Kaepernick to finish the game, an effort which ended in a tie. And Brendan loves those. The following week, Smith would watch Collins' first start and win against the Chicago Bears from the sidelines, and this would be where he would remain for the remainder of the year, albeit being medically cleared to play a week later. Harbaugh had decided to ride the rest of the season out with Kaepernick, who was seen as more of a dynamic threat given his arm strength combined with his mobility. So after this, the 49ers went on a 3-2 run to finish the year 11-4-1 and the winners of the NFC West, giving them the number 2 seed in the playoffs. After a first round bye, the 49ers would see the Green Bay Packers at home for Colin Kaepernick's first career playoff game, and riding off of an effort from Colin that saw 181 yards in rushing and 2 touchdowns rushing, as well as 263 yards and 2 touchdowns in the air, albeit with an interception. 2 minutes into the game, he threw that. Aaron Rodgers was unable to match the scoring output that the Niners offense had put out and fell 31-45. After this, the 49ers traveled to Atlanta to face the NFC's number 1 seed and embarked on a shootout with Matt Ryan's Falcons. After coming back from 17 down, they prevailed 28-24 in an exciting NFC championship to punch their ticket to New Orleans, where we are having this Super Bowl. So it is the Harbaugh Bowl. You guys excited?
Yeah.
I'm super fucking excited. The stages are set. The contenders are in the building. I can't find a video. I couldn't find a video of the coin toss. I don't know if you could. But
No.
I don't know who was the captains for this game
By
on this
the,
one.
by the way, Monk, nice shirt. I love it.
Fuck yeah, baby. Um, we do know Jim Nance and Phil Simms are the broadcast team for this evening. The referee is Jerome Boger. 49ers are going to receive the kick first. Things to note, this will be the first Super Bowl in NFL history that features two brothers who were also head coaches facing against each other. This is the Harbaugh Bowl. This is also known as the Blackout, and we'll get to that later, but this game's got a few names. All right, so we get to the first quarter. Niners will start from their own 20 after opening a kickoff results in a touchdown. First and 10, we get a 20-yard pass to Vernon Davis, but we get called back for an illegal formation on the offense, so we're off to a fucking great start. First and 15, rushed by Frank Gore for no gain. Darnell Ellaby with the stop. And then we get a reminder that this is Ray Lewis's final professional football game as he plans to retire after tonight. So keep that in mind. This is going to be Ray Lewis's swan song this evening. I know we keep calling this the Harbaugh Bowl, and we picked it because of Joe Flacco, but this is also the Ray Lewis game.
You know what I noticed too is I see where Chris Sims gets his takes from with his dad. He said some really dumb shit in this game. I remember at some point in the first quarter, he says, he goes, "I'm surprised how good this Ravens defense is because they're so underrated and they don't have a lot of stars." Meanwhile, it's fucking Ray Lewis, Ed Reed,
Suggs, Ellerby,
Ngata. What the fuck?
Like, they definitely don't have stars, bro. That's so underrated. No, they did.
Yeah.
They were underrated, but that was a statistical thing. That wasn't because they didn't have stars, bro. Anyway,
Get some of that Stardust.
so after the reminder, we get a 2nd and 15 incomplete pass intended for Delaney Walker. 3rd and 15, Frank Gore rushed for 3 yards. Ray Lewis will stop. Will stop the rush short. And then this is where I make the first notice. We are here on the first quarter. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking plays into the game. We are already running on 3rd and long. God damn it. Breaking this bitch nice and fucking early. I hate this play. I'm sorry. There's never going to be a situation I won't bitch seeing a 3rd and long, screen pass, run, fuck you, grow some balls, put it down the field. You guys being stupid. Anyway, 4th and 15.
Get your head out of your ass.
4th and 15, 47-yard punt, return for 10 yards. 1st and 10, Falcons ball on their own 49-yard line, 8-yard pass to Vontae Leach. 2nd and 2, 4-yard run by Ray Rice. And then first big play of the game, 1st and 10, 20-yard pass to Torrey Smith. And we're going to hear that name often too. He had a great game today. 1st and 10, rush by Rice for 1 yard. Amon Brooks on the stop. 2nd and 9, pass incomplete, intended for Torrey Smith. Reminder, the Ravens this postseason, first 2 red zone drives, 0 touchdowns. Last 8 red zone drives, 8 touchdowns. So the Ravens are in the red zone. 39, incomplete pass to Dennis Pitta, but it was offsides on the defense. So we get to review that down. 3rd and 4, they make him pay for it. 19-yard pass to Anquan Bolden. Touchdown Ravens. Elite Joe Flacco with the dime. And it is a pretty pass. It goes over the top of the middle, and it's right over Whitner and Willis's heads. And I mean, it's a pretty. I geeked over that pass. That was probably one of his better passes in the game. Anyway, so after the point attempt, 7-0, Ravens. 49ers start at their own 20 after a kickoff is up for a touchback. 1st and 10, Frank Gore rushes for a loss of 1. He ran into a guy's ass. Joe Staley and Arthur Jones are extremely upset by this. You can tell because they are just hurling insults at each other which are being picked up by microphones. Broadcasters have an awkward silence too, which makes this funnier. All you hear is just cussing.
Dude, this is the whole game too. You're a fucking bitch. I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's the whole game, and they never mute it.
It's just, and to make it worse, every time it happens, the announce team shuts up. They don't try to talk over it. They don't try to move they don't bring up a stat. No, they let it go, and I'm just like, damn.
And it's all Ray Lewis.
Ah, fuck. All right, so 2nd and 11, 19-yard pass to Michael Crabtree. Cuts Ray Lewis up on a route, gets an extra 11 yards after the catch. It was all yak there. 1st and 10, Frank Gore rush for no gain. Darnell Ellerby on the stop. 2nd and run, 8-yard run by Frank Gore. 2nd and 10. So 3rd and 2, 9-yard run by Colin Kaepernick. And then we get a stat track. Colin Kaepernick, 211 yards this postseason. 211 rushing yards this postseason. Most by any quarterback in the NFL history up to this point. So, good job, Colin. Has that been broken yet? That's been broken by now, right?
I don't think so.
1st and 10, 7-yard run by Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick, 2 rushes for 16 yards. 2nd and 3rd, 4-yard rush by Gore. And then I think this is going to be the second big play for the Niners. 24-yard pass to Vernon Davis. However, Davis hurt his elbow on this play. So we'll keep an eye on that. 1st and goal, rush by Gore for no gain. 2nd and goal, incomplete pass intended for Crabtree. 3rd and goal, Colin Kaepernick is sacked by Paul Kruger for a loss of 9 yards. 4th and goal, they get a 36-yard field goal by David Akers, and it's good. 7-3 Ravens. So all of that, 3 points.
And the commentary, starting now throughout the rest of the game, is absolutely burying David Akers. He doesn't
bury him
the whole game, and they fucking shit on this guy the whole. They're just like, this guy's not good. He's missed all year.
Fucking 12 feet under.
He just has a standout fucking game. See, that's the announcer's curse working in reverse. You just need to stop talking about the kicker. He's going to do the opposite of what you say every time. All right, so as we come from commercial, Ed Reed is running into the locker room, and he's hurt. He hurt his left knee on the 24-yard pass to Vernon Davis, and trainers are evaluating him further. So Ed Reed is not on the field. Vernon Davis is not on the field. Ravens start from 22 after Jacoby Jones returned from deep within his own end zone. And he's going to do that a lot. He just takes it out. 1st and 10, we got a 9-yard pass to Dennis Pitta. 2nd and 1, rush by Ray Rice for no gain. Stopped by Isaac Sepulveda. What a name there. 3rd and 1, 2-yard rush by Ray Rice. And then we see that Ed Reed is going to return to the game. He's on the sideline right now. So, 3-yard rush by Ray Rice. Pass incomplete, intended for Bolden on 2nd down. 3rd and 7, we get a 31-yard pass to Anquan Bolden. Holy shit, dude. Look at that play, bro. Flacco dodges Brooks and Bowman and throws a dart to Bolden on the run. And it looks like one of the... He basically Michael Vick the whole fucking play. Like, he immediately came out the pocket, saw a bunch of fucking shit going down, went, oh, fuck. And these two linebackers want to fucking kill him with all they got. And this man is sitting here, Michael Vicking, just a foot off of the sideline to Anquan Bolden, which made an awesome catch himself, too.
Michael Vicking.
Joe Flacco is like unconscious. He fucking played this game so good that he's still in the NFL and has made like $200 million and hasn't done shit.
And it's this game.
It's this one game.
All right. 1st and 10 pass to Leach results in a loss of 3, stopped by Bowman. I love how as soon as Phil Simms mentions how good the pass blocking has been for the Ravens, they immediately stopped pass blocking. Pass incomplete intended for Torrey Smith on 2nd down after getting completely mugged by Chris Colliver. And then a 3rd and 13, Joe Flacco was finally sacked for a loss of 6 by Ray McDonald and Alden Smith. The quarter ends with Baltimore getting ready to punt. So here's the summary. The first quarter is basically this. Both running backs are struggling to get going. We've seen some awesome quarterback play by both quarterbacks right now. Only one has a touchdown to show for it. For all the speed that the 49ers have on offense, it has meant little on their first trip into the red zone. Baltimore's defense is considerably less field to worry about in that red zone area, so they have no problem covering that. Flacco and the Ravens offense seems to have very little trouble getting down the field, and this has resulted with them taking an early lead. However, in the second quarter, the second drive stalled out, and that's how we're ending the quarter. So anything could happen yet. It's still anybody's game. We're not running off on this one just yet. But Niners put shit together and didn't have but 3 points to show for it. So that's basically the summary.
I just noticed that gambling problem number under Bookie's name.
I just saw that too. Thanks for pointing that out. See, if you have a gambling problem, bro.
Yeah, call 800-522-4700.
Pros, come on.
If you want that in Japanese, we'll find an interpreter. Hopefully this one won't have a gambling problem. All right, so let's get to the second quarter. The second quarter starts. We're 4th and 13, so it's a cooked punt. That goes for a touchback. Ed Reed and Vernon Davis have returned to the game, so they're both playing. 1st and 10, ball on San Francisco 20. Vernon Davis is going to remind you he's going to catch a 29-yard pass. And then, back-to-back, 1st and 10, 11-yard pass to Davis. 1st and 10, 9-yard run by LaMichael James. And then we get a 2nd and 1, 7-yard run by Frank Gore. 1st and 10, 7-yard run by Michael James. Fumble. Recovered by Baltimore's Arthur Jones. Courtney Upshaw swiped the ball out of James's hands on the play. So, even when shit gets going, it doesn't. Ravens, 24 points scored off of takeaways this postseason. Last 4 games, they've had 9. Previous 6 games, they've had 4. 1st and 10, ball on Baltimore's 25. 5-yard rush by Bernard Price. We get another Pierce. We get another 4-yard rush by Pierce. And another 4-yard rush by Pierce for a first down. Leach is sitting here bodying people. Both of those plays, he just fucking took somebody out of their cleats. Leach is fucking the greatest fullback to ever exist. Well, no, I can't say he's one of the greatest. I think Michael Ossaw is still the best in that position.
Yeah, it was just so cool seeing that, though. Seeing, like, it's a weird time in the NFL. It was, 2013, where, like, we are getting into, like, the pass-happy shit, but we're doing, like, traditional fucking 5-step dropbacks with a fullback. And what's weird, too, is I noticed for the 49ers, the offensive coordinator is Greg Roman. And while you're watching this game, you're like, this is the offense they ran with Lamar's rookie year. It's the exact same offense.
Mm-hmm. And they're doing it with Joe Flacco.
Oh, no, I meant for San Francisco.
They're doing it with Colin Kaepernick, my bad. Which is It's not as good as Lamar, but it's the same prototypical setup.
Please don't say Colin Kaepernick again.
Oh, dude, we're about to say Colin Kaepernick or not. He's playing.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's the quarterback for the Niners today.
He's kneeling, bro. He's gonna kneel.
No. This is before the kneeling. This is bald Colin Kaepernick. So before we get into any of the social justice stuff.
I think the kneeling starts next year. Starts the kneeling.
Yeah, next year starts the Republican anger. Anyway, so first and 10, 7-yard rush by Rice. Oh no, wait, I went way ahead of myself here. It's a 2nd and 2-yard rush by Pierce, who fucking annihilated Patrick Willis. First and 10, 23-yard pass to Ed Dixon. It's a fucking dart by Joe Flacco, beaming it right over Asa Jackson's to Dixon's back shoulder. First and 10, 7-yard rush by Rice. Then we get a 2nd and 3, 14-yard rush pass to Dixon. Personal foul. Face masking defense. So now we are 1st and goal. Good job, Ravens. We're back in the red zone. 3-yard rush by Rice. Ravens have scored on 29 of their last 30 goal-to-go drives. 23 touchdowns and 6 field goals for those. 2nd and 10, 2-yard pass to Dennis Pitta. Touchdown, Ravens. Point attempt is good, and now we got a 14-3 score. Baltimore is ahead. Good job. We're fucking on a roll. All right, Joe Flacco. Speaking of Joe Flacco, little stat tracks has Joe Flacco's thrown for 10 touchdowns and 0 interceptions this postseason. So he hasn't just been good today. He's been good this whole fucking playoff run.
And he went through the Peyton Manning Colts,
Yep.
the Roethlisberger Steelers, and the Brady Patriots all in one run.
What a run.
Elite. An elite run.
Elite run for an elite quarterback. Anyway. Kickoff return to the 21 by James. So 1st and 10, Kaepernick throws an interception to Ed Reed. Oh, no.
You knew it was coming at some point.
Terrible decision by Colin to throw this ball looking for Randy Moss. Completely airmails him. Sails it over his head right to Ed Reed. Ball shouldn't have been thrown, and it was going to be thrown. It shouldn't have been thrown to Randy. It should have maybe been put on him if you're going to put it to Randy.
It was depressing watching Randy Moss in this game not do shit and look completely bad. He's like, I'm so not used to this. He's like late stage Randy Moss. He's got like 2 catches in this game, and that's it.
Randy Moss has fallen off of the cliff at this point, and it's a sad end. And this was after he had that disappointing end with New England.
Yeah, so this was 2013. So this is like one of his last years.
So he's been suffering heartbreak after heartbreak. After the play, we got offsetting personal foul penalties because a battle royale breaks out. So that's fun. And like you said, whole game.
And I was like, I tried at the beginning of this game. I'm like, I had like my notepad out, and I was like, I'm gonna do a little check, do a little check on my sheet every time I see something that'd be a penalty. Now, and I stopped after the first quarter. I was like, man, every hit would be a penalty.
Yep. I don't know.
My bad.
Why.
I'm having testicle difficulties here.
It's all right. Get your balls under control. Yeah. What? This game was vicious, bro. From beginning to end, vicious. For guys that are supposed to be brother head coaches, man, their teams hated each other. You would think somebody said something before the game or something. I don't. Anyway, so stat tracks. Chiron starts showing up. This was the first time in NFL history a San Francisco quarterback was intercepted in a Super Bowl. Good job, Colin, you fucking douche. This was Ed Reed's 9th career postseason interception, which ties an NFL record. First and 10, 5-yard rush by Rice. Replay of the Battle Royale shows that Ravens are straight up mugging Anthony Davis. So that Battle Royale was Anthony Davis getting jumped. Basic, like the Baltimore beatdown, bro. Like, just fucking straight murdered him. I think they were trying to take his helmet off too, because it was coming off. So after that, replay 2nd and 5, 5-yard pass complete to Leach. First and 10, 1-yard rush to Rice. Ball control this quarter. Ravens 6 minutes 12 seconds for 13 plays, and Niners have 3 minutes 14 seconds for 6 plays. So Ravens are dominating. 2nd and 9, 5-yard rush by Rice. 3rd and 4, 10-yard rush by Rice. First downs, Ravens 13, Niners 7. We get a 1-yard rush by Pierce for first down. Was stopped in the backfield, but he escaped. Incomplete pass to Anquan Bolden. Scary play. Was almost picked by Terrell Brown. Pass hit Bolden right in the fucking hands, and he just didn't catch it. Joe Flacco on 3rd down. 3 for 3, 50 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, of course, 3rd and 9, pass incomplete, intended for Torrey Smith, because fucking Jason-ass stat tracks had to do that. Ravens run a fake field goal rush by Justin Tucker for 9 yards, turnover on downs. Ed Dixon is late on a key block, and this was almost converted. So, it was painful to watch on the replay. First and 10, San Francisco on their own 6, 3:05 remaining in the half. 1 rush for no gain by Gore. 2nd and 10, pass incomplete, intended for Randy Moss, and it's almost picked again. Kerry Williams makes a diving play on this ball and does everything right except make the fucking catch. And that would have been disaster. That would have been a fucking disaster right here, because it was going to be a pick 6. Like, Colin was not going to stop the man. Kaepernick is 4 for 8, 83 yards, 1 interception. 49ers on 3rd down are 1 for 3. 3rd and 10, 6-yard rush by 6-yard, 3rd and 10, 6-yard draw by Gore. fucking L. Here it is again. Phil Simms doing his best to bail this call out by throwing Kaepernick under the bus. He says that is Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman seeing if their quarterback is a little shaky and they're worried about the last decision and double clutching. That'll make you run a draw on 3rd and long. Phil, there's no excuses for running a draw on 3rd and long. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. All right? It is interesting to note here, we are still in the discovery phase, by the way, of the idea that going for it on 4th while deep in the red zone is better than punting. It seems like we're making it like a fucking discovery right now. Phil and Jim are discussing how the fake field goal actually ended up being a great decision. So we're in a time period where the concept of burying your opponent deep is new. Like going for it on your opponent's new in your opponent's own fucking 10. It's a completely, like, we're breaking ground on that concept. We usually just punt or kick in that situation. So this is an interesting time period in the NFL for me. I definitely wanted to make note of that, because the way they were talking about it, it was like they were breaking some new ground, or fucking trying to explain to people that they've never seen this shit before or something. Um, 4th and 10, we got a huge 55-yard punt muffed, but recovered by Jacoby Jones and then returned to the Baltimore's 45-yard line. QB comparison, Joe Flacco, 12 for 17, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kaepernick, 4 for 8, 83 yards, and 1 interception. Phil Simms is asked how he would rate Joe Flacco right now. Phil's word for it is outstanding, and that's not good enough. He's throwing receivers open, and the back shoulder throw to Dixon was the best throw of the game so far. I humbly disagree, Phil. I think the first touchdown was the best throw of the game so far. Well, no. The Michael Vick throw. That was the best throw of the game so far. Don't worry, though. He's going to throw a few more. 1st and 10, pass incomplete, dropped by Jacoby Jones. Just can't find his hands right now. This ball is almost picked off by Whitener. 2nd and 10, pass incomplete to Torrey Smith. Culliver is being molested, but the refs don't call OPI. Joe Flacco has thrown 4 straight incompletions. Thanks, Stat Tracks. 3rd and 10, 56-yard pass to Jacoby Jones. Touchdown, Ravens. All right, hold up.
Jones makes everyone look so dumb on this play.
There's so much on this play. So,
Stupid.
Flacco's pocket is disintegrating around him, forcing him to step up and heave a bomb. He's running out of the pocket to do that to Jacoby Jones, who has absolutely fucking murdered Chris Culliver on this route. Culliver is gone. He's done. He's not in the same zip code right now as Jones. Where he suddenly, by the way, Jacoby Jones had suddenly found his hands. Takes the pass in, it falls on his ass from what I can only assume is the ungodly fucking throwing power of the elite Joe Flacco and the velocity of the ball catching him combines with the shock that he actually caught it this time, put him on his ass, and he still got up, murdered another 2 people that were trying to tackle him, and fucking ran it in the end zone. This whole shit was unfucking. This was one of the greatest plays of this whole goddamn game.
Now we're talking.
Jacoby Jones is nuts, bro. You're right. Jacoby Jones is out of his motherfucking mind. So, we also have the stat tracks help us out on that. I've got some Guinness in here, bro. So we got a PAT good for 21-3. Baltimore with 1 minute 45 left in the half. Joe Flacco has thrown his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he has 11 in the postseason, which ties an NFL singles-year postseason record. Jacoby Jones' touchdown reception this postseason. AFC Divisional, he had a 70-yard touchdown pass, and tonight he's got a 56-yard touchdown pass. So Jacoby Jones hasn't just been good tonight. Just like Joe, he's been good basically the whole pro season. I have to note that in the broadcast 10, 11 years ago, the information on screen was so much more plentiful than we're getting today. It seems like every fucking play, I have a red line. And every time there's a red line in the notes, that's a stat track. So I've noticed that there's way more, they just throw information at you, which is great for people with me that got ADD and we need something to fucking watch while they're setting up a play or talking the refs on the sideline or being stupid. But yeah, I just noticed that there was a lot of information this game. I was writing red lines all over the place.
And you're so right, because I hate this fucking the AWS stat tracking that they do now. It's I work with statistics and I know how bullshit they are. You can make statistics to for anything, literally anything, and you could lie a lot. And all they do now is like, oh, that catch had a 36% probability. How? How the fuck do you even know that? And how do you know it so quickly? This is dumb. Why are we doing this? Can you just tell me how many yards this fucking guy threw for?
Yeah, I agree, bro. The way they had the way they have it presented is dumb. I'm not with it. Oh wow. Okay. Sorry about that. We had something going on with Instagram, but I fixed it. So yeah, from there, 49ers start from their own 10 after the kick or their own 20 after the kick is no for a touchback. First and 10, 6-yard pass to Michael Crabtree. Second and 4, 14-yard pass to Delaney Walker. Roughing the passer, defense, it was Nagata. Which this was... Roughing the passer in 2013 actually looks like roughing the passer.
No. It blew my mind. I was like, oh my god. He actually did try to murder him.
So, penalties, Ravens, 1 for 15 yards, 49ers, 3 for 14. Another one, 49ers NFC Championship at Atlanta was the second largest comeback in conference championship history, and they trailed by 17 points in that game. They're telling you this now because the Niners are getting their ass kicked right now, and they need to keep you interested. First and 10, incomplete pass dropped by Randy Moss. Broken up by Jimmy Smith. Poor guy cannot get fucking anything today. Kaepernick, 6 for 11, 103 yards, 1 interception. Second and 10, 28-yard pass to Delaney Walker. Dart with 3 guys around. We get a timeout from San Francisco, and then a first and 10, 8-yard pass to Davis. Kaepernick is now 8 for 13, 139 yards and a touchdown, and an interception. Tight end reception yards, tight end reception yards tonight. Baltimore 56, San Francisco 114. Second and 2, Frank Gore stopped by Arthur Jones for no gain, and then we get another timeout for San Francisco. The half is about
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
The fuck? Oh, you're good. This drive, 1 rush, 5 yards, 71 yards. There are 5 pass, 71 yards. Third and 2, Kaepernick rolls out, but falls down for no gain, avoiding Paul Kruger, ready to take his fucking head off. Sack is credited to Ray Lewis. Could have just thrown the ball to Crabtree on the flat, but he didn't. Just saying. This was dumb. Then we get another David Akers 27-yard field goal. The score is now 21-6 Baltimore, and now the half is ended. So right now we have got an incredible display of Baltimore going on. They're dominant all over the place. The defense is doing its best to bend and not break, killing 2 drives with turnovers. The Ravens put another 7 on the board with some elite play by Joe Flacco, and the Niners are just reeling going in to halftime. So nothing is good for the 49ers right now. We are going into the half all Ravens. And you get to look forward to a Beyonce halftime show. Did you watch that halftime show?
I don't think I even watched it.
No.
It happened.
I definitely didn't watch it for the review, but I don't think I watched it when it happened either. I remember people talking about it, but I don't fucking remember the actual show. And if I did watch it, that wasn't something that I remembered. But yeah, halftime. Beyonce! Alright, moving on. Phil Simms says the 49ers can still come back, but Joe Flacco is in his bag right now. Some more explanation of the concept of going forward on 4th and deep into your opponent's territory happens, and then we get the kickoff underway. So, again, going back to that, it's such a new concept that we're bringing it up again. So here we go, third quarter. Baltimore gets the ball to start. And immediately, Jacoby Jones, 109-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. This is an NFL record. The balls to return this kick from where it was, because he was basically a yard out of the back of the end zone, and he still took it out. PAT is good, and we are now 28-6 Baltimore, and Big Bro is whooping that ass. I gotta talk about this one before we go. This play, Jacoby Jones is fucking. He's fast, bro. He is fast. He is easily faster than anybody on the field in that entire play, and it's not even fucking close. And you gotta have an insane belief in your ability to take it from where he took it. Because if you don't at least get to the 20, your coach is burying you.
He does this the whole game too. He's just like, I'm taking it out.
Yeah. He's just fucking up. I'm Jacoby Jones, all-pro kick returner. Fuck you, taking it out. Stop me. And they didn't.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I'm like, this team's fucked.
Yeah.
This is done.
You would have been forgiven if you were watching the Super Bowl and you cut it off right here. Because this looked like a wrap. Kickoff return to the San Francisco 13 begins their drive. First and 10, we get a 29-yard pass to Michael Crabtree. And we get reminders that Crabtree has 3 receptions for 53 yards, and Kaepernick is 9 for 14, 168 yards, and an interception. First and 10, 3-yard rush by Gore. Here's where the red lines keep coming. Gore has 12 rushes for 32 yards. Kaepernick is then sacked on 2nd and 7 by Arthur Jones for a loss of 6. Anthony Davis literally just decides to not block him halfway through the play. Just says, fuck it, just go through. He might as well have rolled the red carpet out for him, too.
You ready to feel old?
Yeah.
I know you already do, but so Frank Gore has a son, Frank Gore Jr.
Oh, no.
He is declared for the draft this year.
Oh, yes. Dolphins, pick him up, Frank Gore Jr.
Probably could. He's going to go late. He's going to be like a 5th or 6th round pick. I don't think he's as good as that, but who knows.
True underdog story. Right there. 7th round pick. All right. So, dude, these fucking things are addictive. I need to stop. During the replay of the sack, Phil Simms' microphone is abruptly cut off during his analysis of the play.
Good.
This marks the point of the game that earned this game's second nickname, the Blackout. The stadium has experienced a partial power outage that has led to power failure for more than half of the stadium. The failure was caused by a failed power relay that was newly installed in the stadium upgrade when the stadium upgraded its electrical systems in October. CBS cameras pan to the stadium crowds and show the effects of the blackout. The seats are pitch black and the field lights are out. The scoreboard's out. Steve Tasker at this point who's the sideline reporter, announces to the TV that a click of the lights had happened and play has been halted. Play was paused for 34 minutes, and they worked as they worked to turn the power back on and save some people trapped in an elevator. Ray Lewis would later go on to imply his suspicions of this whole situation. Basically, Ray Lewis said, "You're a $1 zillion company and you get your lights just go out." To which the 49ers owner, by the way, had responded to that by saying there is definitely no conspiracy. I pulled the plug. But yeah, so this is a very, and we'll get to it because it's coming. This is a very important moment of this entire game. It's going to mark a shift in a lot, but this 34-minute breakdown of football because the lights are gone, this is going to end up being fucking significant. So, when we get the lights turned back on, 3rd and 13, after a really shaky referee doing a very awkward, we resume action, 3rd and 13, let's go. All right, we are back, and it's a 7-yard pass to Walker. 4th and 6, punt for a touchback. We're off to a great start. 84.
Go ahead. You
died. Hold up, you died.
Oh wait, here I am.
Yeah, there you go.
30 minutes to plan for a 3rd and long, and all they could think was dumping it off to the tight end.
Yep. I love it. I love it. They deserve to lose this game if they lose this game, but it's going to be because of plays like this. I fucking hate this. Anyway, so 84 minutes have elapsed since the offense of the Ravens and the defense of the Niners have been on the field. That is very important right now. Offensive plays, Ravens have had 37 for 241 yards. The Niners have had 34 for 215 yards. We had a 1st and 10 play. 15-yard pass to Torrey Smith. We're off to a good start. All right. Torrey Smith has 2 catches for 35 yards. Joe Flacco is 14 for 21, 207 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The vibes are great. 1st and 10, 4-yard run by Rice. It's okay. Rice has 11 rushes on 34 yards, so he's having a decent time trying to move it along. It's not great. It's not fantastic, but he's getting his workload in. 2nd and 6, incomplete pass intended for Bolden. Joe Flacco on 3rd down is 4 for 5, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. 3rd and 6, 5-yard pass to Ray Rice. Can the fucking stat track shut the fuck up on 3rd down? We got to keep doing this to Joe Flacco. God damn it. 4th and 1, we get a punt for a touchback. So San Francisco's 8th possession tonight, all have started within their own 21-yard line. We have not had very decent field position for San Francisco all night starting out. 1st and 10 on San Francisco's 20. We get a 5-yard quarterback keeper. Kaepernick is 3 rushes for 21 yards. We're going to bump those numbers up. 2nd and 5, 15-yard rush running back by Kaepernick. San Francisco has 76 rushing yards to Baltimore's 56. 1st and 10, 2-yard rush by Gore, which gives him 13 rushes for 34 yards. 2nd and 8, pass incomplete intended for Crabtree. Crabtree had it in the bag, dude. He had it in the bag, just didn't make the catch, and it would have been a huge pickup. Could have been gone. It's all right. 3rd down conversions at this point. It's Baltimore 6 for 8. San Francisco 1 for 6. Here we go again with the stat tracks. 10-yard pass to Randy fucking Moss. Finally! We've only been trying all fucking game, Randy.
It's so sad. He's like, it's like you see Randy Moss and like the number, and you're like, oh shit, that's Randy Moss. And then you watch the guy running down the field, and you're like, oh god, he's playing like Devontae Parker. Oh fuck,
dude, that we went from oh shit, that's Randy Moss. Ah, shit, that's Randy Moss. Sucks, but it's okay. We finally got him in the game. It's 1st down, timeout, San Francisco. 1st and 10, 18-yard rush or 18-yard pass to Davis. 31-yard pass to Michael Crabtree after that. Touchdown, 49ers. Point attempt is good. It's 28-13 Baltimore. Kaepernick has 58 passing yards and 20 rushing yards on this drive. Before the kickoff, Jim Nantz announces that the NFL amended. This is important because they're assholes for this. They have amended Jacoby Jones's 109-yard NFL record return to 108 yards, which takes that record away from him and means he's only tied the record with 2 other people. That's some bullshit. Camera shot of Jim Harbaugh absolutely fucking destroying a referee's ear right now. Then we get a 1st and 10 from Baltimore 17. Pass incomplete, intended for Bolden. 2nd and 10, rush for no gain by Pierce. Stopped by Brooks, which looks impressive because stopping Pierce is not easy. Ravens are 3 for 6 on 3rd down. It's not going to get better. Joe Flacco is sacked by Ahmad Brooks and takes a loss of 8. Brooks flies in completely fucking untouched and takes this poor guy's fucking head off, bro. He completely murders Joe. It's not.
This would have been roughing the passer in 2024.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, if he would have made that hit this season, he would have had every flag thrown at him. They would have been borrowing flags to throw at him. Man. 40-yard punt return for 23 yards by Ted Ginn Jr. Good old ex-Dolphin Teddy Ginn taking the fuck off on an absolutely fucking horrible punt. Which he was good in Miami for that too. Yeah, I miss Teddy Ginn punts. 1st and 10, 13-yard pass to Vernon Davis. Kaepernick is now 14 for 20, 246 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Davis has 6 receptions for 140 yards. 6-yard rush by Frank Gore. Touchdown 49ers. Key block from Delaney Walker ensures that Ed Reed doesn't stop this at the line of scrimmage. So, we got, the point is good. It's 28-20. Little bro is coming back. He's not going down. We have a game now. It's a 1-score game. Total yards since the power outage, when all this started happening, Baltimore's had 16. San Francisco is at 106. The fact that they showed this right now was so fucking disrespectful. They picked right after this touchdown to go, hey, by the way, since we've totally fucked the Ravens and shut the lights off, this is how it's been. Kickoff is down for a touchback, and then we get a reminder that the largest Super Bowl deficit to be overcome at this point has only been 10 points. Washington did it versus Denver in Super Bowl 22, and New Orleans did it versus Indianapolis in Super Bowl 44. So we're in some new territory here. 1st and 10 from Baltimore's 23-yard rush by Ray Rice. 4-yard pass to Rice after that. 2nd and 7. Fumble recovered by Terrell Brown of San Francisco. So this is Rice's 3rd fumble of the postseason, which that's a theme for him in his whole career. He didn't keep onto the ball very good. 1st and 10 on Baltimore's 24. Pass incomplete, intended for Davis. 2nd and 10. 3-yard run by Gore. Then 3rd and 7, pass intended for Ted Ginn, tipped by Kerry Williams. So 4th and 7, we get a 39-yard field goal from the Niners, and it is no good, but someone ran into the damn kicker. God damn it. So now we get a 24-yard field goal, and that is good. and the score is now 28-23. David Akers, by the way, is in a lot of pain. Noticeably, they keep panning him panning to him on the sideline and shit. He seems hurt. Jacoby Jones is fucking annihilated by Delaney Walker at the Baltimore 25, which I find to be awesome. Tight ends getting in work, love it. First and 10, 3-yard rush by Bernard Pierce. Then we get another graphic. Since power outage, Baltimore has 0 points, 20 total yards, 10 total plays, 1 turnover, and 1 first down. Meanwhile, San Francisco has 17 points, 109 total yards, 13 total plays, 0 turnovers, and 6 first downs. After that reminder, 2nd and 7, 4-yard rush by Pierce. And then a 3rd down, 35-yard pass to Bolden. Bolden has 3 receptions for 73 yards and 1 touchdown. First and 10, 7-yard pass to Pitta. Second and 3, 2-yard run to Rice. 3rd and 1, 8-yard rush by Pierce. And then Pierce is hurt. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So the third quarter ends with Pierce being worked on the sideline where he got tackled. This is a huge quarter right here by the Niners. We have a game right now. It is comeback territory. It's as if the Ravens' ability to play football went out with the power outage. The 49ers are putting on points at a crazy rate of speed. They have the Ravens' defense completely backpedaling. The 49ers' defense has been absolutely menacing. And they came up on a key turnover that turned into 3 more points. San Francisco is storming back. However, Baltimore is going to finish the quarter in the red zone with a 5-point lead. Just saying. We got the big quarter right here. Here's the big quarter. 4th quarter. Ngata has a sprained knee. He's not going to return to the game. Bernard Pierce is heading to the locker room. He needs further evaluation. So we have to put the ball back into Ray Rice's hands that fumbled earlier. 1st and 10, we get a 4-yard rush by Rice. 2nd and 6, 8-yard pass to Bolden. Flacco is now 19 for 28, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Bolden has 4 receptions for 82 yards and a touchdown. We had a 1st and goal 4-yard run by Rice, a 2nd and goal no gain, and then 3rd and goal incomplete pass that was just thrown away. It's okay. We'll put some points on the board. 19-yard field goal is good. 31-23. But that must have been the most painful field goal to kick. 12 plays, 71 yards. We were stopped at the 1-yard line. Kickoff returned to Baltimore's 24. 1st and 10, we get a 5-yard rush to Gore. 32-yard pass to Randy Moss. 2nd and 5. Randy Moss has 2 receptions for 41 yards. That is a way more positive outlook on Randy Moss's game today than should have been given. But, okay. Frank Gore after that, 1st and 10. Frank Gore rushed for 21 yards. I've been waiting all day for Frank Gore to finally break one, and he finally does here. And it took Ngata dying for this to happen, but we finally see Frank Gore coming out the backfield and getting some yardage. 4-yard rush by Kaepernick, smacked the fuck down by Ray Lewis. Nance chooses right now, by the way, to remind everyone that Ray Lewis was charged but never convicted of a double murder in 2000, got a misdemeanor for obstruction of justice, and took a plea deal. Why? I don't know. Nance is a fucking hater. Why the fuck would you say that right now?
I wonder, this game was before the Ray Rice thing happened, right?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Nance is a fucking hater. What an asshole. Anyway, second and 7, 15-yard rush by Kaepernick. Touchdown, 49ers. Longest touchdown run by a QB in Super Bowl history.
Which is crazy because it was like a fucking 10-yard run. It wasn't even that long. It was like the dude scrambled for fucking 12 yards. And they're like, that was incredible.
So, you're right. And also, I don't understand what I'm guessing. Like, no quarterback scramble. Didn't Steve Young play in the Super Bowl?
Right.
No
like,
scrambling quarterback has done this.
Steve, like he didn't, or fucking like, what's his name, McNair. McNair never fucking ran for fucking 10 yards. Like, oh my god, Elway.
Unbelievable. Anyway, so after that, they have to make a 2-point conversion, but it is no good, and the score remains 31-29. Ed Reed makes this man throw the ball away before he is murdered. That was basically on the snap of the ball. Ed Reed was in the backfield, and it was a decision: your life or a completed pass. You're not getting both. Kickoff return to the Baltimore 22, 1st and 10. Dump off pass to Ray Rice, gain of 4. Pierce returns from the locker room and is now cleared to play, so we get him back. That's nice. 2nd and 6, Rice is dropped for a loss of 3 yards by Navarro Bowman, who I've been waiting all day to say his name. Ravens are 2 for 5 on 3rd down this half. 3rd and 9, pass incomplete, intended for Torrey Smith. Don't worry. DPI, automatic 1st down. So, 1st and 10, 3-yard rush by Pierce. 2nd and 8, 7-yard pass to Bolden. Joe Flacco is 21 for 31, 273 yards, 1 touchdown. Bolden has 5 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. And it's at this point in the game, San Francisco challenges the initial ruling on the field of the 1st down. They challenge the spot of the ball, and they win the challenge. So we have 3rd and inches, 7-yard pass to Bolden. I wanted to fucking scream when Flacco dropped back here. You have Ray fucking Rice, and we're dropping back on 3rd and inches. But Bolden made the grab, so I'm just going to chalk it up to elite being elite. But it should have been a run. I don't understand why we're not running the ball on 3rd and inches. Anyway, 1st and 10, 12-yard rush by Ray Rice. Leach fucking eats Whitener on the block again. That's now 56 yards on 18 rushes for Ray Rice. 1st and 10, 2-yard rush by Rice. 2nd and 8, 1-yard rush by Pierce. 3rd and 7, incomplete pass the other way. 1 second. All right. So 3rd and 7, the incomplete pass was thrown away, but don't worry, offsides defense. 3rd and 2, pass incomplete, dropped by Pitta. 4th and 2, 38-yard field goal is good. The score is now 34-29, Baltimore. You know, we need to do a Cleveland Brown game with these goddamn dogs.
Yeah.
So after that, we got a kickoff down for a touchback. San Francisco's largest deficits in the postseason at this point. NFC Championship, they had the 17-point comeback against the Atlanta Falcons. And tonight, they have come back from 22 points down. 1st and 10 from San Francisco's 20. 7-yard rush by Gore. There have been a game. There has been, they make a graphic here. There's been a game-winning drive in the 4th quarter in 4 of the last 5 Super Bowls. They are really building you up for this shit, bro. 2nd and 3, 8-yard rush by Kaepernick. 1st and 10, incomplete pass intended for Vernon Davis, and it's another one right off of his fingertips. Huge fucking miss here. It's all right. 24-yard pass on 2nd and 10 to Michael Crabtree. Fucking laser in the hole of his own. First and 10 after that, 33-yard rush by Frank Gore. So we're finally seeing the life of Frank Gore that we should have saw way earlier. But again, it takes Ngata's existence not being there to make this happen. So you can see how big of a loss Ngata is. Because the moment he's gone, Frank Gore is a factor. After this, we got a first and goal on Baltimore 7, 3-yard rush by Michael James, and we've hit the 2-minute warning. Second and goal, incomplete pass intended for Crabtree, broken up by Graham. Timeout, San Francisco. Third and goal, pass incomplete, dropped by Crabtree, who was fucking legally destroyed as he was trying to catch the ball by Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith hit this man so fucking hard, I felt it in a replay 11 years later. Fourth and goal, pass completed, intended for Crabtree. Turnover on downs. Huge no call as Jimmy Smith is committing a Class A felony mugging of Crabtree in the end zone. And this is going to be talked about, by the way, a lot. I think this is going to be San Francisco's big issue. Their fans are gonna fucking riot and burn and picket and fucking destroy over this goddamn call. So now here we are we're basically running this one out. First and 10 from the San Francisco 6, 2-yard rush by Rice. Timeout, San Francisco, none remaining. Then we get a few rushes that go fucking nowhere. And then on 4th and 7, we get a safety. And I find the safety funny. Cook takes 8 seconds of the clock off of running out of the end zone. And the score is 34-21. I don't understand how we all know that this is going to happen. And we let this punter take 8 entire fucking seconds to go to the sideline, and now one fucking person on the defense decided maybe kill the guy quickly so we can try to get a play in. Nah, dude, this was holy shit. This was stupid. Anyway, the safety punt was returned for 21 yards, and that's the end of the game. This was exciting. We thought they were building you up for a San Francisco fucking miracle drive. Colin Kaepernick storming down the field. You get a shitty fucking referee fucking up the game call at the end of the game. This Super Bowl had it all, baby. This was a Super Bowl. Hold up. I want to get to the end stats. Gore finished with 110 yards. That's cool. Rice only had fucking 60. Jesus. Damn, I don't have fucking Flacco and fucking Kaepernick stats on here. That sucks. Oh, well. But yeah, so that was the heart. Listen, this game was awesome. Dude. I wish that Joe Flacco played his whole NFL career like he played tonight, but at least we got one game of him looking like fucking Joe Montana. What a stat line! I'm gonna look up that stat line because it was wild. He had a great fucking stat line. $287 yards, 3 touchdowns, 124.2 passer rating. That's a fucking career day.
That's a $200 million day right there.
Yeah, for him, that was his career day for real. He got it all in one game.
I'll never forget the time where I think I was over at your house, or we were somewhere, and the Jets preseason game was on, and Joe Flacco was the quarterback, and they were like, "Oh, this is just what Joe Flacco does." And then in the fucking next play, he throws the most dog shit interception you'll ever see in your life. You're like, yep, that's what he does.
You're right. That is exactly what he does. Oh fuck, dude. No, I remember that. This game I liked watching because I forget sometimes how different NFL broadcasts are just from 10 years ago. Like, this isn't an 80s broadcast with no scoreboard or nothing, but there's still giant, huge fucking differences between today's football and just 10 years ago in terms of just the presentation of the product. You had more information. You had I didn't have too much of a problem with Nance and Sims on this. I mean, Nance is an asshole. Fuck him for fucking the whole Ray Lewis thing. But they were very informative. I do find it interesting. I found it wholly interesting that they were so hung up on going for it on the fucking 5 for San Francisco. Like to hear somebody like the announcers discuss that situation as if it's like a new thing, that was nice to hear. It's a good reminder of where we came from in football. I miss this kind of football. The fullback is important in this game. We got the 5-step drop.
Miss this kind of football. Miss this kind of wrestling. What else you miss?
I do. Oh, I miss a lot, bro. My era was the shit. This era of football, you can't. If Nagata had committed that roughing the passer in today's football, he's out of the game. the sack on Flacco that was basically an untouched. I think Bowman. That would have been flagged. Like, but it's not just that. It's seeing running backs more involved. Frank Gore in specific more involved. And it's like the beginning of that offense that we've seen. So the beginning of that offense that now we see in Baltimore, which is interesting because they were against Baltimore when they debuted this shit. This was one of the more enjoyable games I'm sure I'm going to review, just because I get a kick of the little differences in shit like that. It's not just the gameplay, it's the presentation of the gameplay is just so vastly different.
Dude, I agree, but I think so. Next week we got WrestleMania is next weekend, right? So no retro review next Sunday.
We're not doing a retro review next Sunday.
But the Sunday after, Monkey. What do you?
No. Wait. Next Sunday it's the 31st, so we have one. That we can do.
So we do have next week. So next week we've done 2 like really good games.
Let's do.
I think we should go. We should. We're with. I got such a good game. Let me pull up a description I have for you here, and I'd already checked. On YouTube we have the full broadcast with halftime, so this is probably the most content we'll get out of a game.
Beautiful.
We're gonna review a game from 2001, one of the biggest games. It was between. Let me get the team names. It was between the New York Hitmen and the Las Vegas Outlaws.
Are we watching?
We're gonna watch
XFL,
the debut broadcast of the XFL season.
Yes! No, I'm so ready for that. What? Vince McMahon coming up with? Oh man! Yes.
No
that
chance.
is so much. There's so much content there.
I was going through it kind of as we went through this game, and like the game is so bad. The game is so bad, dude. But I'm looking at the fucking Wikipedia for it right now, And dude, so many people watch this shit. Fucking 14 million viewers.
Oh no. Oh no. You're right, dude. I remember that hype. The XFL hype, like when they first, I was so ready. I thought I was gonna see like NFL Blitz, but in real life.
I wonder if this is like so old and bad that like we can actually just stream the game. I don't know if we can though.
I've been watching the old episodes of WWE SmackDown on Peacock, and I just see that.
Ads for XFL. God.
Yeah.
What's great is they had the players cutting promos and shit. You remember the infamous fucking "He Hate Me" promo? Oh my god.
Oh my god, yo, He Hate Me was my guy, dude. I loved He Hate Me. Rod Smart, he was so funny. I wanted that jersey just to have it. I didn't even like that team. I just wanted the jersey.
I wonder what were the teams. I'm on the XFL Wikipedia now. Let's go. So they had the Birmingham Thunderbolts, the Chicago Enforcers, and then the New York / New Jersey Hitmen is how they're listed.
You know what?
The Orlando Raiders.
You gotta respect that kind of integrity.
Yeah, I respect it.
I wish we had the New York, New Jersey Jets. I might respect them a little better if they just accept that they're not fucking New Yorkers.
Yeah, I still wouldn't. They got the Los Angeles Extreme, but it's Extreme with an X because it's 2001 WWE.
Hell
and
yeah,
then
baby.
The Memphis Maniacs.
Extreme.
The Maniacs. And the San Francisco Demons.
These are such WWE names for football teams, bro. This is First off, this isn't even WWE. I'm not like everybody else. I'm calling it what it is. This is WWF Attitude Era. Well, back end Attitude Era Football League.
Yeah, you know what I haven't watched in a while? The X Games. You ever watch the X Games?
Oh yeah,
I've watched a few times. Absolutely, it's a huge
Matt Hoffman.
work.
But yeah, him too. Yeah, and Matt Hoffman.
All right,
Whatever happened to that guy?
What was this game called so I can write it down? 2001.
if you just, I'm gonna send you the link to it.
Right.
It's the XFL debut.
2001 XFL debut.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm looking at it right now. I'm not gonna spoil it, but just the way this shit opens, I have it on mute. Who commentates this game?
You know, I had an idea, by the way. Where we could, even if we can't stream it, what we could do, it might be harder for you because you're on a phone. Oh no, you on a PC?
No. So you want to put it in the Discord?
Yeah, we could play it in the Discord.
I think it might be a better way to do it. I think it'd be more fun. Because now we're going to get into games where, like, I don't remember these fucking games. I don't remember what happens in the XFL debut game.
Absolutely. And I know if I do a play-by-play note writing, it's going to be, like, so much blue lines because I know every play is going to suck balls.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy that I'm going to destroy the play every time. So it's going to be it's going to be a fucking 2-hour beatdown of the XFL.
Oh my god, the fucking comment section is so good on this video. Someone just has in quotes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the XFL."
Ow! Dude. Vince McMahon, god damn it. God damn it. I wanted this league to be good, man. I did. I wanted the XFL to be good.
Why did Vince
Oh
have
my
to go
god,
and shit on some
they
girl?
have I think they have JR fucking commentating on this fucking game.
No, tell me they have JR commenting on the game.
Let me just
Yo,
play
yo,
some
yo,
of this
yo.
real quick with volume on.
Wait,
One sec, I gotta mute myself.
Wait. If he's commentating on the game, bro, I skip right to somebody being hurt. Nah, he's not commenting. I think he's in the pre-show. Yeah, it's not. It's two other guys. It's not Jim Ross. I think Ross was a part of the opening.
Yeah. And there's some
ceremony
fucking
and
names on
shit.
here that probably regret being a part of this shit. Dude, I'm like reading the description. Oh fuck, I lost it. Where's the quote? Jesse Ventura. The director of the competition committee director for the XFL was Dick Butkus.
Oh, no. Ah.
Oh my god,
Jeez.
this fucking quote. Okay, it says just towards the end, but the game dragged on in the second half when the teams traded punts and turnovers in a game that didn't really offer as much as a distraction as the cheerleaders in hot pants and leather trench coats. Then here's this Vince McMahon quote. I don't think there's ever enough sex. I thought that there was the right complement of sexuality and a right complement of confrontation and the right complement of real good, hard-hitting football. I think the
Yeah,
viewer
that sounds like him.
game.
The signs were there. They were there. God damn it. Oh, that is.
I always just go back to the fucking the beef between the Spirit Squad and DX, where the Spirit Squad and Vince are at the top of the ramp and they get a bunch of shit dumped on them.
Oh fuck, dude, no. You know, there was, I don't know if this is like legitimate, but given it, that world, it probably fucking is. If Vince was trying to get the players to fuck the cheerleaders in this league, in this 2001 edition of XFL.
Really?
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of shit and read a bunch of shit pertaining to WWE scandals. So that was one of them. Like that they were coercing the football players to date the cheerleaders.
That's awesome. Dude, and I'm just waiting for it just because I like listening to Vince Russo's show. And man, I hope he's so right that there's a bunch of people that are just going to drop bombs on the WWE this week leading into WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, because this would be the week.
This is the week.
Oh, you guys care about wrestling this week, so let me tell you some more shit about Vince McMahon.
Oh, all right. Spill the beans.
No, well, we gotta wait for it, though. Don't worry, we'll have a whole show on it.
Bruh.
If it comes out, we'll have a whole show on it. I had to sit here with fucking poor Brendan and talk about the scandal that just came out, like, what was it, a month ago? 2 months ago? Some shit to that nature. And now, WrestleMania week has approached us. This would be the week, bro. He's not lying. This would be the week they're gonna drop some heavy ass bombs. I hope Triple H stays clean.
Dude, I think even if he does, man, I think they're about to fucking clear house of everyone. Everyone that was associated with Vince is gonna be fucking gone.
Yeah. I mean, who do we know that was associated with Vince?
Well, kind of like, yeah, he's definitely gone.
Picard, fucking
Who?
Bruce Picard, Triple H for sure, Stephanie for sure, but she ain't part of the company. There's shit coming out about her.
Mm. Oh yeah, like she tried to bribe the girls not to, talk and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, keep the mouth
There's
shut.
shit coming out on everybody except Triple H, which is why I'm hopeful that he stays clean.
And this is, I think,
He just married to the bitch.
yeah. I don't think so, though, bro. There's no way with how, like, open Vince was about all this shit. Like, if you were in
Oh no.
the power, they all knew. There's no fucking way they didn't know.
I think he plays it off like he didn't believe it. Which, I mean, that's a good defense. I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know how solid it is. He's done fucking great for the company, though. But you got to think about it this way: they got Gerwirtz there now because of The Rock, so making that switch wouldn't be
the worst thing, honestly. And like, if we're gonna hear anything about Triple H and shit, it's gonna be later this week during Fan Access. They're gonna dump it right before fucking WrestleMania during Fan Access week.
Oh my god, get ready to go back to NXT, buddy.
And Russo brought up a really good point when I was watching him the other day. He mentioned how when The Rock was coming up back in the day, that Triple H and Shawn Michaels made his life a living hell, apparently.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing he says something to the effect of like, wrestlers don't forget that shit, bro. And he's not lying. There was it's noted. It's not just him that notes it too. It's they had a big problem with each other back in the day. But I don't know, man. I know it might be an interesting week in the world of wrestling. I know after WrestleMania we're gonna have a reaction to it too.
They're trying to pull another Brian Pillman, Stone Cold Steve Austin situation, or
with fucking AJ Styles. And,
Or the PG version of that.
Yeah.
Not as cool, by the way. It's just not. Fake ass cops arresting him, and they're doing a horrible job. They're letting AJ Styles come up talk shit to him, but he needs to go inside his house.
Or that Triple H and Randy Orton situation.
Oh my god,
that was fun. That was fun to watch.
Triple H Randy Orton was cool though. That one was a little more vicious. This one looked dumb. This one, good spoiler alert. SmackDown fucking sucked. That's gonna be most of my review coming up on Tuesday.
Oh,
they are so fucked when The Rock isn't carrying SmackDown. When they don't have that, they have nothing.
SmackDown was trash, but like the only good part about SmackDown was the last 2 seconds of it.
Yeah. Which, speaking of the review show, by the way, I'm not going to be able to make Tuesday.
Alright.
No.
It's all good. I'll rock it with Cody this week.
But don't worry.
Oh shit! I forgot to mute.
I know everyone who's on this show never listens when they're not on the show. So I am going to have a great promo for everyone to hear this Tuesday. PJ has been going crazy in the group chat.
Oh, yeah.
Doing promos where you can see his eyes are going off the side of the screen because he's reading off of a piece of paper. But here nor there. Yeah. I'm about to eviscerate everybody. Since we're doing promos.
I do my promos off the cuff. Like The Rock.
I don't need creative. I don't have the wise woman writing my promos.
That's fucked up.
The wise woman. What the fuck?
Dude, they've got this whole. We've got to put an end to this shit. They've got this whole bloodline thing going on in our chat. Now they got Charles being Jimmy Uso. It's and fucking Vivi being Paulina Heyman. It's gotta end. This we got a whole season of this and I can't stand it already. We're not even into the season yet. This has gotta end. I don't care if I don't win. I care that PJ doesn't win.
It's okay. I'm about to set the story straight this Tuesday about my story. The story of Brendan Rhodes and Rick frickin'
Rick frickin' Rollins.
Rick frickin' Rollins and Brendan Rhodes.
Oh, hold on, are those some like bootleg copies? Hold on, I'm so confused now.
Listen, bro.
I'm listening in and out.
All he needs to know is that we're coming. We're coming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're serious now.
Oh yeah. We're coming. This Tuesday, we're gonna have our answer to PJ's challenge. All right. All right, and I won't have to write it out. I'm just gonna tilt back 4 or 5 beers and see where that takes me. Like good old Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't drinking beer during that time. Because the cream always rises to the top.
Look, dude.
Yeah, hold up, wait. Hold up. I steal my promos like a fucking real degenerate. I'm not gonna use a cup with my wife's name on it because that would make no fucking point. Here we go. You see this? You see this right here? You see this? You know what that is? You know what that is, PJ? That's your cup of coffee. That's your cup of coffee in the big time. Alright? Your cup of coffee in the big time, alright? 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 Cup of coffee in the big time. Your 15 minutes of fame. It's gonna come to an end. I'm done with this bullshit. I can't stand this fucking bloodline. We have to save the integrity of my fantasy football league. And we might only have one shot at this. Because if we don't win this season, he might get absolute power. And we can't do it no more.
It's okay. He barely won in both fantasy and in pick'ems, and he thinks he destroyed everyone.
He anti-picked me.
Yeah, he's gonna do a bunch of dumb shit this year.
It's all right, PJ. We got you, bro. We got you, dude.
And don't worry, there will be a new champion as far as titles are concerned. Because sure, we did all fun, but I'm going to emerge as the inaugural UFA basketball champion, and I will be the most recent champion in UFA because I am demolishing everyone. I put up 293 points this week. I haven't scored under 270 in like 4 weeks.
Good God. Good God. All right, so that was the Harbaugh Bowl, and then a bunch of extra stuff. Otani sucks at betting scandals, and his interpreter sucks at betting. At least that's what they want us to believe. We touched on the Harbaugh Bowl. Just had our wrestling talk. We've had a good Sunday, guys. It's been a nice.
Good.
It's been a nice show. So yeah, next week Tuesday will be me and Cody, and then Sunday we'll be back here for 2001 NFL or XFL debut. And until then, I'm gonna have another drink and play some Guitar Hero.
All right.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. See y'all Tuesday.
All right,
out.
bro. Peace.
Peace.
In the Middle East.